experienced the magnetic power in between my hands when I was meditating. For the first time, I felt there is a lot of energy flowing between my hands when put like this in our laps, right? When we close our hands and do this kind of meditation, I felt lots of energy is flowing, and it is a magnetic, just like the two magnets, how it comes when it attracts, it's like, right? That is what I felt it for the first time. And initially I was into so many unwanted thoughts and distractions, but later on I there was some tab which came in my imagination that now it is no more enough. Now it is no more thoughts you have, it is all drained off, means your energy is all done with those thoughts. Now the thoughts are not there, now you are almost empty. That was symbolically showing me, and automatically I got into the concentration of this meditation, the emptiness, where I felt into that imagination where uh, I started teaching thousands of people in a big stadium, like what are the benefits of meditation. And I imagine myself like that. And not only that, I imagine myself in the organization where I will be working, um, which I am having a joining date after a week. I will be handling a larger teams there. So I was imagining appreciations from all my higher management for the work I'm doing. So I was very happy, and yeah, and one more thing which I want to share is I am starting preparing the documentation for the smaller groups, whomever I know, to spread this knowledge of the meditation. And probably I'll complete the documentation by today, and I'll start that meditation session somewhere from the next week onwards, to my friends, to my colleagues, whoever is interested to join.
Good morning and good evening, friends and masters. Welcome to the day 39 of the 40 days program. We are one day apart of successfully completing this 40 days program. I hope you're all following the sessions and practicing meditation regularly. Today's topic is spiritual science laws. So I hand over to Chandra sir to take over the session. Welcome, sir.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. The purpose of any spiritual practice must help us lead a life greater than before. Must help us give enough clarity so that we feel that we are living a life of freedom, of unlimitedness. Yet we are living a life empathetically in consideration of everything else and everybody else. Everything is relative. Just from where we are, if we can go to the next level, then we are good with the practice. If practice restricts us, then maybe it's not right practice. There are two things that we fundamentally learn, that we are all deeply connected, and so we are empathetic and considerate to everything and anything while we are experiencing our life. We're all connected. So that means whatever we do, it always has an implication, consequence to somebody, something. So we're very considerate about what actions, what intents, what desires we are placing. And the second thing is we have an unlimited potential, and so we go on experiencing to a satisfaction. So we go to the next experience, the next experience. When you recognize you have unlimited potential, when you recognize you have abundance, then we don't limit ourselves to a specific experience. We move on to the next one. You can call it liberation. You can call it liberation, which is liberation to can be a limiting word. It says only free from suffering. Then it is interpreted as, okay, free from suffering is by giving up all desire. Not necessarily. Becoming a co-creator, but very considerate of consequence, and then continuing to experience life to the point where we decide that I've had my learnings, so choose a different school, different place to continue my experience. Is what spiritual science is teaching. True spiritual science if you study the science of spirit, spiritual science means the science of spirit. If you study it, science of body, a science of this life is a small part of it. But if you study it, we do understand that that thing that is ever expanding and intelligent is us, and so then we can be that. And so we can experience many ways what it is experiencing. So then the whole journey is about finding out what that is. But before that, we're focused on living life here, which is where the program is 99% is all around life here. I want to leave with those pointers to explore more. Some religions, it's easy to look at the concepts like reincarnation, are concepts that are built into some religions, some don't. And so it becomes a struggle where it's not part of the religion concept. But nevertheless, with meditation, we have openness to look at it. See if it's going to serve. If it doesn't serve, it's okay. If it serves, then we are ready to take on the next step and the next step and next step in there. When we use the word in consideration of others, in empathy of others, automatically our services are included. The service to everybody around is included. We not only take care of ourselves, but we take care of everybody around in everything we do. And this meditation practice, different squarely, helps us to understand those 2 points. In every meditation, we connect. In that energy field, we find that connection. And we recognize that there's no limit to what we can create. It happens. The switch has to happen for everyone. We ask that you go back and then look at in week 3, the spiritual scientific mindset. That is the essence of our program, is to recognize that each of us develop that mindset. That is it. All spirituality cannot lead to renouncing life. All spirituality must lead towards experiencing life fully, experiencing life with compassion, experiencing life with unlimited nature. We'll go into meditation once again, and we'll complete out of the 6 spiritual science principles. We talked about principle of consciousness, principle of reincarnation. Then we have 4 more: principle of cause and effect, principle of constant progression, principle of rapid progression or yoga and meditation, and principle of infinity to experience. Relax yourself, dear friends. And then today, I will look to spend a little bit on these principles, and then a wisdom note will cover. There are plenty of past recordings of this to go in elaboration, but instead we'll use the time as much as possible towards utilizing it for sharing. Those of you who are completing your 40 days, maybe for the first time, or the second time, or the third time, there's always a change. We look to hear. I know some of you have shared in the breakout rooms, but the breakout rooms for a limited number of people here. We look to hear from you, your experience of how you're finding the program and how it is bringing some kind of transformation and change. We need to do that today and tomorrow before we conclude this. Relax yourself, dear friends. We are practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to stay in an empty state of mind. The practice of meditation is helping us to go into the empty states where thoughts are dropped and we are experiencing emptiness. And emptiness is energy, so we may experience sensation, movement, some kind of trance states, visions, or any flashes, glimpses. All of those are meditative experiences when you empty the mind. So our goal is to be in an empty state, and we do that by observing the natural breath with our eyes closed. You sit comfortably as you see in the picture, relaxed, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, rested, feet crossed at ankle, eyes closed, remove the spectacles if you wear, and observe your natural breath. When you observe the breath slowly, our mind becomes empty. Experience that emptiness, observe it. If there are thoughts, bring your attention back to the breath and again observe the breath and slowly go back into that empty states. We do this again and again every time we have thought. Before we do this, we are practicing heart elevation process to go into the deeper states of breath mindfulness meditation. Just follow my guidance, dear friends, for it. Relax yourself. Relax your body. Scan your body from head to toe. Relax. Relax every part of your body. Mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness. As your mind is becoming empty, you channelize all that energy into the present moment and develop greater mindfulness. Your body functions at its natural best and develops greater physical vitality. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness inside of you, all around you. recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you have experienced yourself in this session. We will hear a couple of sharings before we discuss the topics of other principles. Anybody who's not shared would like to share how your journey has been?
Yes, Rishika ji, you can unmute yourself.
Last, anybody who's not shared.
Okay, sir.
No one here who has not shared so far this program? I don't want to share. We have only today and tomorrow left. Even if you have a question, we want you to go back with that question answered so they can practice it. Yes, MB madam. Please go ahead. We can't hear you, I think, Ray. Is it my problem?
No, sir. Ma'am, can you please unmute yourself? I think she is having some issues. Good.
Okay. There are three things to a practice. One is of course, our meditation. Second one is we always encouraged reading other masters and listening to the talks and all of that. But third is sharing interactions. The sharing is an integral part. Meeting and sharing is a very, very integral part. We gain so much clarity, and then we are inspiring others. What you give is what we receive. If I give inspiration because of my transformation, because there always somebody is connected to your experience. When we become more detailed, when we become more specific. For example, we have a challenge, the way we dealt with our daughters, we talk about it, then suddenly there will be so many light bulbs go around in the audience for so many people and say, okay, maybe that's what I have to do. And friends, what we give is what we get. The more inspiration we give, the more inspiration we get. It's just the law of reciprocation is always happening. Yes, Mr. Rohit Kumarji.
Namaste, sir, with very deep gratitude to you and the whole Buddha CEO team. This has been an amazing journey. First of all, I must thank the Beam Group UK for introducing me to you. And when I attended your first session at Hero Arts Center, it was very profound. And this 40 journey, yes, two things has happened unknowingly, knowingly. I have started living in unknown fearlessly. I had that inbuilt personality where I want certainty for everything. And that has also liberated. So I'm just flowing with the flow. And your talk about 3 filters, it has come very naturally. I talk less. I've been able to fast for 72 hours, water fasting. That has helped me also. So it has been an amazing journey. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rohit Kumarji. The audio is not very clear, but I talk less. That's what you said is a great, great takeaway. If we perfect our Vakshetra, or the way we speak, then everything is gained just in that. Yes, we'll try MB Madam once more. You have to unmute yourself. I think you're not unmuting.
Unmuted here, sir.
Now we can hear. No, we can't hear. We still haven't unmuted, I think. Aliyah.
Hi, everyone. And this is so nice to be here. This was my first month. I actually started in Feb, but I remained a student of mind sciences earlier, and I did meditation, but then I left it. And it remained such a wonderful journey. And I'm really glad to be here and to meet all the beautiful souls. Before joining that, my mind started chattering a lot all the time. But in this month, I have regained a lot. And I'm noticing that even at the other times, I can slip into mindfulness quite easily now. So I'm really grateful for this great experience. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. What do you do?
I work as a technical writer, and I'm a project manager as well. I was running a yoga group as well 5 years ago, but when I went abroad and I returned back to Pakistan, I'm based in Islamabad, Pakistan. it broke, and I'm trying to gather all the ladies again to start that group as well.
Okay, please start a meditation group now.
Yeah, we used to do meditation there. I was leading them then.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Mr. Atul. Today is something happened. We can't hear you either. We can't hear Mr. Atul. Arvind Krishnan.
Good morning, all of you, sir. Chandra, sir, and your team.
Please introduce
thanks.
yourself also.
Oh,
Please introduce yourself. Yeah.
okay. I'm Aravinda Krishnan. I'm from Chennai. I'm a HR trainer. I first like to thank you and your team, sir. Very, very great effort to reach out whomsoever is possible to be reached. It's a really tremendous effort. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot. This journey, one of my relatives had mentioned. That's how I came to know. And I've been almost attending every class. At least a few times I have been able to go quite a bit deeper and come out. So it's a tremendous experience. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay. It'll be specific. How you are seeing the benefit.
The benefits will be definitely health wise. It is. I'm a bit more healthier now, and my mind alertness during the daytime when I'm working, it is better. And meditation, I at least a few times I have gone a bit deeper and much more comfortable in the other feelings level. So not only that you're regularly getting up at regularly doing at the same time for a bit longer time, it also helps. This nearly 40 days, it helps us to get into a habit. And the inner journey, definitely, I seem to have progressed a bit. So it is really joyful.
Wonderful. Thank you for that sharing. Sonia ji.
Thank you so much.
Namaste, everyone. So first, I would like to thank you and everyone for this wonderful program, for all the masters for this wonderful program. This was for the very first time I have been associated with a meditation group. I was thinking about I want to join a meditation group, and I can say it kind of manifested in itself the day, like I've been thinking over this for a long time, and I came across a friend's mom who was a part of your group, and she sent me the link, and I joined this 40-day program. I would say the benefit for this has been from two sides. One obviously from the meditation mindfulness, it has helped me to calm my mind, and now I'm able to focus. It is not for a long period of time, but still I'm able to focus for a few minutes here and there in the entire session. So that has helped me become more calmer and become more focused. The other thing I would like to add is, like, from whatever you share your thoughts around different aspects of the life, one thing that I have gained much in which I've benefited the most was from the acceptance. When you were talking about acceptance, accepting your situation, accepting the state that you are in, that has enabled me to to lead a better life, to be acceptable of whatever is happening around them, and be taking an objective outlook towards that, and then continuing with my path. So that has, these two are the tremendous benefits that I have gained from this program. So I'm really deeply grateful for this entire session that you're having. And I've joined your next session as well. So I'm looking forward. I'm based in Dallas, Texas. So this time, like, is a little bit does not work for me. So, but still, I look forward to the entire day that I'm going to do this in the evening. So, and I'm looking for the next session too, which is much more, the timing wise, it works much better at my end. So I'm looking for that session as well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sonia madam. What happens in meditation is immaterial, meaning whether you are going into the empty states or thoughtless states is immaterial. Because many times we don't even know. It's prima facie not possible to know for how long we were in thoughtless state, or if we went at all or not. Only thing that matters is how my life is changing. That's all it is. So whether it is few minutes or all 40 minutes, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Thank you for recognizing or noticing that change. The acceptance is the big thing. Then we automatically are able to go on with the next thing that we want to do in life. Otherwise, the resistance will stop there. When we don't accept, we resist. When we resist, we stop there. Our mind goes into many ways in interpreting the situations. And so all energy is spent, dissipated right there. So we cannot go forward. The acceptance is exactly the what it is doing. Thank you. Yes. Go ahead, madam. MB madam, please go ahead now.
Hello, I'm Medha from Bangalore. I joined this by chance because someone sent me a WhatsApp, and I've really enjoyed the 40 days very much. I must say I'm a lot more calmer. Food has not been always an issue now. I think I'm eating a little lesser, sleeping better. It's been, I've really enjoyed this very, very much. I'm not thinking so much about, the past or worrying about the future that much. It's easier to just be in the moment, just live happily. I feel happy within. And that's been a big change for me. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a huge change if you feel happy within.
I do. I really do, because and it's not that I'm unhappy. I'm normally a positive, happy person, but I'm feeling a lot more relaxed and happy inside. It's like no one can take it away from me.
Okay.
And there's one thing I did realize when I meditate. The first week or two was a lot more intense, a lot more different. Now, a few times you try and think about, what you want to manifest, etc., and it detracts from the meditation. So the last 3-4 days when I tried, I said, I don't want to think about what changes I want for my sons or for my family or for me. I just want to do this without a thought, and that helped. Not trying to manifest anything, because in the end, I kind of felt it was not necessary. It was marring my meditation.
Yes, it is not necessary in meditation at all.
Mm-hmm. So when should one...
Manifestation, meditation, if we have practiced on a Sunday, where after this whole Ana-Pana-Sati, the emptiness music is all over, then there is a separate segment. When we practice emptiness for sufficiently long time, and then we have a separate segment in that meditation where we are then asking to you to go and visualize. Now, in everyday practice that we are doing here, normally we're not doing manifestation at all. So we want you to be empty. We want you to be practicing to observe the breath and be in that state. Now, because it's a training program, first time you're doing meditation. Now, those who are wanting to manifest, you finish your meditation, then you sit down and then nicely visualize. Right? That's what you do. Because this program, most of all the 6 days, we've just been practicing emptiness, right? Which is the crux of meditation process. Everything else is a process. Again, you're muted, madam.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it's like that. So you're doing the
Okay.
right thing, not visualize during the actual emptiness. There is observe the breath, the thoughts as they come back to the breath. So it's all emptiness. So no thoughts, no visualization, no forms in the mind, no future things, no past things here in this process.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense, yes. And what book would you recommend that I start with? Because I haven't been able to join the book clubs. The timing is not okay. It's breakfast, dinner time.
Okay.
Which one would you recommend I start with first?
Illusions by Richard Bach.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay. We have given a list of books in the day 4, I think, or day 5.
Oh, is it?
Wisdom
Okay.
note. In the day 5 wisdom note. We also sent a small booklet called Breath Mindfulness Meditation.
I've read that. Yeah,
In
that's
that there is a
very
list
useful.
of books. There are a list of books in that too. So you can pick any book. Okay.
Okay. All right. But thank you. This has been a great journey. I've not missed a single day. And I will join more as we go along.
Okay, well, what do you do?
Right now, I'm looking after my garden, doing housework. I'm not working right now, but I used to be a software engineer a long time back and then a teacher. But it's been a while.
Great.
It's home right now.
Great. Home is great.
Yeah, it is. And Bangalore gives you a lot of gardening opportunity.
Awesome, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, myself Sudeep, sir, from Kolkata.
Yes, Sudeep.
Yeah, so thank you so much. I've been practicing plus last 4-5 months from last September, and very thank you to you because for 2 reasons. Personally, I felt I'm facing challenges, and from you only I have learned meditation, and means in tough situation I have like I can't be in calm situation and think like what to be done in tough situation. This is a great change in myself, and it's as a human being, like I'm changing like a daily thing. I'm practicing in the morning, even I try to do in the evening also. And another incident is in my office. I have changed a person, like uh, helping him to learn meditation. He used to like having too much of that jarda, all those things, and last 15-20 days he has totally stopped, and he is doing like daily half an hour, and he can also change. He can also feel the change in himself. So from meditation and thanks to you, I have learned this thing to be calm in tough situation. Thank you a lot, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, Sudeep. Yes, Shri madam. Can't hear you, madam. Okay. Go ahead, we can't hear you. Okay, we'll continue to share. We can't still hear you. We'll continue to share tomorrow. Tomorrow is fully for sharing. Let me spend a few minutes in talking about the remaining, and then at the end of it, we have time, we'll share again the remaining principles of spiritual science and the nature of personality. We talked about these 6. And when you contemplate on these, they'll give you clues, sort of connect your life events in many ways. So principle of consciousness is essentially helps us to recognize that we are everything because we are that energy. We are much beyond the body. With meditation, you experience this. With contemplation on various aspects of life, experience it. That there is nothing, a company does not exist in the beginning. It is nothing, there's nothing out there. That somebody thinks and says, okay, let me start it. And then people come in, and so then the company gets formed within people. And then slowly you open offices that are there. The company creates something, things are there. So then that's how stuff is formed in it. Otherwise, there's nothing in it. Then it exists and slowly gets transformed into something bigger, moves into merge into something else. It no longer exists as its own identity, it becomes something else. Everything starts from nothing and then moves into something else, something else, something else. But there is no, but then ultimately merges back into that energy. That originally the company did not exist. Sometimes they close down and they don't exist anymore, but it goes back into where they came from. That's how we want to look at it. A reincarnation means that there is stuff happening just beyond the body of these bones and molecules. If we think it's all it is, there is stuff happening, and then there's enough scientific evidence to say that there is continuity of life. Shanta Devi, if you search for the case of Shanta Devi, who met Mahatma Gandhiji, met her, an young child, and this is what happened in India, in Delhi, in Agra, an young child who, when from the very early on from her age, we used to talk about, hey, my life is somewhere. I used to live in Agra. I have my husband who's still living there. It was so difficult. But then they went and then traced everything. And then it was a funny situation. But here the young child was saying that, wife of that person who is probably 60 plus there. But the cases are there, many of them, and have been corroborated again and again. It gives us an understanding that if there is stuff happening today, it not only comes from this life, but there is the stuff happening from, there is a holy past for each of us. There is a past. When understanding the sciences, then we recognize that there is a past for everybody. Suppose we've journeyed through 4 companies, and then today, suddenly we got into a challenge in this company. Now, it may be coming all the way down from what we have done in the company 1. If we didn't do something right there, it catches up somewhere, what to do. And then it shows up here. But we recognize, it's not, I'm doing everything right. So why is it happening to me? Let's go back and look at what has happened. So that gives us the ability to accept, because yes, there is a past. Okay, maybe there is a past because of it's happening. Okay, fine. Then what do? The more you know that, yes, there is a past because of it's happening, we have an acceptance, so reincarnation. And then reincarnation is moving us to lose the fear of death, lose the sting of the death. And then we are free to execute. We are free to live a passion. We are free to go forward in life. We're not scared. We're not sitting. There are massive number of people who sat in the home when COVID came, thinking that it's going to sting the death, but those who braved enough, death never had them. Third thing, difference is cause and effect. The cause and effect is saying that what we intend, what we cause, is always has a reaction back, because this is a field of connection. There's a quantum entanglement in the quantum field all the time. You know it. In physical level, we can easily tell. When I cause something to somebody, there is always something happening in reciprocation, either now or later. The matter of time it is. It's exactly the justice system, if you will. If you are in a community and living, and then there are certain rules, and suppose you violate a rule. Suppose you are taking your dog and it's not supposed to do something, you violated it. You're not supposed to leave it, and then scare people or whatever because you like your dog, but then others don't like. But you're a community rule, so you agree to it. And so you do something. Now your board or whatever, that association only meets once in 4 months. But till 4 months, there is no notice or penalty for it. But 4 months later, suddenly you get a notice and saying, hey, you know what, you're supposed to do this or not do that, whatever. That is a community service because you violated a rule. Then you sit and think, come on, I didn't do anything today and yesterday. How am I doing it? But that's because you did something 4 months ago. It's going to come back. Cause and effect is essentially in the quantum entanglement that we are constantly interfering, constantly influencing each other. And so there is an equal and opposite reaction for everything we do, something to understand it. Now, this is also an agreement that we make, and so that we do it. It's never forced on us. That community violation that we did, it's an agreement we did. We said, I'll be part of this community, abiding these rules. So we agreed to it because nobody forced you to stay in the community in the first place, but you did. And so we have an agreement, and so then we are allowing things to happen. So the law of cause and effect is not a punishment system, it is only a free will system. We decide to do. Suppose we caused significant harm to somebody. Then at some point in our life, when I look back and say, why did I do this? There is always points of time where I contemplate. And then we are potentially at some point when we didn't know about meditation, we are definitely regretting at some point. Because everybody has a human heart. The heart knows, and so at some point you regret. And the regret breeds regretful experiences. How was that I caused it? What would it be like being there and then going through a situation of not having a job, just removing, even though they had so many things for them? Why did I so heartlessly work there? I could have done something different. I don't want to ever do this, and I want to go through an experience of that to know that, I learned really well, really fully when you go through an experience. When do you learn to not do something? When you go through that experience. When you learn to not do something. When you go through that experience of what the suffering is, then you know firsthand what it means to go through, and so you really remember to never go through. Sometimes we say that. I don't want this to ever happen to anybody because we're feeling so much that, that suffering. And so, dear friends, a lot of times cause and effect is that we decide and come and take a role. When we have challenges in our life, it's because we have chosen and we said, I don't want to kill, I don't want to hurt, I don't want to violate. And so we take a role, we come back and then take a role to experience firsthand what it feels like so that we say, I can never cause this to somebody else. A learning happens fully when we are in it, not by being outside. And so then we take those. We take the good, we take not so good, because therefore, us in the quantum field, everything is an experience. Just an experience. Good and bad are the labels we've given. We said it again and again and again. For a moment you think about it, whatever you're labeling at your home or your office, good and bad, just step back and say, what happens if we just remove that label? If you did not get a promotion the way you wanted it, or this is a bad thing that's happening to you, just remove the labels. So what? Why can't we wait for a little while? Why can't we continue to dream and imagine about things? Because why can't you think that, okay, this is waiting to happen? If you think that it's not happening to me, you stopped right there, your manifestation. Because there's no time and space, anything can happen anytime for us. There may be a new promotion. There may be another promotion waiting in another organization. Maybe you don't even need a promotion right now because you probably need a lot more time with your son who is finishing his exams. Just step back, dear friends. The principle of cause and effect is saying that everything is happening to our own accord. So it's like this. There is a movie, we are the director, that's consciousness. Our movies are roles. The director is making movies. They are different lifetimes, you can say. You know, when you take a movie, what happens to actors? They take a movie, let's say, they sign for it, and they say they're going to work for it for, let's say, for an year. It's like a lifetime. Now they've got a role to play in it. They've got a set of characters in it, right? Your role is this cause and effect, the karma, and the actions you do is based on your role. What role you chose? It's you as the actor, you choose a role. Amitabh Bachchan takes different roles in different movies. So there is different lives because in that lifetime of the movie, the whole thing is centered around a specific, a time, specific theme, specific thing. It's all about drama. It's all about, 1970 theme. It's about, a specific cause. So the actors are there, but you choose your actors, you choose your role. So the director, the consciousness is there, and which is you, which is I. We each of us are the directors, and then we're taking our lifetimes to figuring out what I want to experience this lifetime in the United States, next lifetime as a CEO, another lifetime as a politician, another lifetime as a pauper. We take different lifetimes, and then the roles we take. And so in order for our roles to be successfully executed or to be exhibited, we need characters around us supporting us. If I want to be a person as a role with the highest compassion, take a cancer as a thing into me, as a compassionate thing, for me to learn a few things about how to be patiently live life, and then for most importantly, develop that lot of empathy around people around me, to develop empathy, to just look at others. As the people who take on challenging roles are highly empathetic, they're compassionate because they're giving opportunity for people around them to grow. That's the role you take. We've seen it in movies and the person who's taking the role of suffering through cancer or illness, automatically everybody around are trying to give attention to them and they're trying to become better persons and helping them. That's the role we play. So our role to be good, the right people around also have to be in the right roles, dear friends. So that's how we choose the characters. So law of cause and effect has to be seen that we chose a role, we come here to play the role. So we just know about it so that we execute the role well. The role is over. That movie is over. The role is over. Now, that Amitabh Bachchan cannot say, oh, I am this, Superman, and so I'm going to be Superman outside the movie. You are over. So recognize that it's only in the movie. The moment you step out of it, it's not anymore. So the problem is we're stuck in our role. We got to step out. That's a temporary role. It is there temporary. The life is much beyond. You come back to being the director and say, aha, this is what I've chosen. So that's why I'm playing this role. No big deal. Why can't I step back and say, that's okay. I have an opportunity. I create a different role if I want because my thoughts create reality. I can choose a different role. In my job, if people are not treating me greatly in my current role, sure, I'll pull out and then go to another place. Easy. Everything is a role. Law of cause and effect is saying there's no luck. It's all your creation. Luck is when we don't understand it. We, in the scientific world, talk so unscientific words. Oh, you're lucky, unlucky. When we can't explain, we simply use luck or random, 2 words. And when we say we're scientific minded, we use it randomly, it's happening. And we say, oh, it must be very lucky. We don't have an explanation. Very scientific mindset for that. But we understand law of cause and effect, dear friends. There's no luck. The concept of luck is what you do, what you created now or in the past. And so good things happen because you chose to be that way. You chose to be a king. You chose to be a great leader. You chose to be something. Or the otherwise. They're not just, are these movie actors, do they feel sad if they did a villain role, did a comedian role, did a poor person role? No, it's just a role. So why should we feel sad about it? Why should we feel low about something? Because we didn't understand that I am in a movie and it's only a drama that's going on. Then so that we feel, well, we are that, we identify ourselves with it, we're stuck in it. Cause and effect, dear friends, is there because why do you choose roles? Why is an actor choosing a different role? Because they want to experience it differently. He said, oh, I've been bored of doing this dashing and dynamic fighting roles. Okay, leave that. Mature role. Okay, I want to experience this. What does it mean to be like a comedian? You know, the timing, the spontaneity. What does it mean to be like a villager with a poor family coming from? What kind of experience I have to exhibit, emotion I have to exhibit? It's learning. Okay, I got to shut off everything I knew about living in comfort. Okay, I have to actually live. When you are doing these movies, we know that many people actually have to be adjust to all those environment. So in a poor person role, you'll have to be spending a lot of time in those huts. You can't say, oh, it's too hard. But then actors sort of go in, a true actor really wants to experience it. So that's why we're taking roles, dear friends, nothing more. A poor person is not any lesser, and a rich person not any greater. They're all just roles taken. When we look at this perspective, dear friends, our life is joyful. We step back, we look at it and say, okay, this time I'm the teacher. Let me play the perfect role of teacher. So many students are relying on me. So what justice am I doing? My teacher role means that I prepare well and I go to them, I enable them, I don't stifle them, I don't say you read by yourself, but then give them the pointers, facilitate them. Well, am I doing my role right? We think about it. If I'm a CEO, I'm supposed to drive the organization, facilitate people to have best experience according to their best role, talents. That's what a CEO must do. Look at what is the best talent for each person. They're trusted and come to me. Can I give the best experience to the people out there? If they give best experience to the employees, of course, they're going to do wonders to the customers. Fourth thing, dear friends. Now, so you got the roles to playing. And so then it's obvious. There is only progression. The moment you see that's a learning, every role we play is learning for learning, then there's progression. Every actor feels with every movie they've done, they've learned something, they moved above. Whether the movie failed or not doesn't matter. Failure or success is by the people around when they're deciding. But an actor never goes by that. A true actor says, I'm so happy that I got that role. You know that sometimes, they think that it is going to be a blockbuster, successful. May not be, but we've heard this. I don't know, whatever reason is not successful commercially, or but then I've enjoyed it so greatly because you know it. You learn from every situation. So there's only progress for us, dear friends. There's never regression for people. It's the environment that labels. A student who is learning, getting only 40 marks, we say, oh, what a failure. 35, you can't even make 5 more marks to make it 40. We don't even recognize that student in the past probably did not even go to school. So then how do you expect them to suddenly be like, gaining 90? They're just progressing step by step. Or they've chosen to be that way to help the parents to develop so much of compassion, to develop so much of understanding of life. Maybe that's why they chosen that role. But instead we forget and say, life has to be that everybody has to be 90. Everybody has to settle down. What are you doing? We can't let them be there the way they want to be. There is only constant progression, dear friends, for everybody, because if you be yourself as an actor, a true actor is taking different roles, and every role you know that you are learning something new. Your progression is always learning. There are no failures. An actor would never say, I'm a failure. If you're saying a failure, then you identified yourself with the role too much. You're not seeing the point that you are learning in every situation. What Thomas Edison said, I failed 900 times before I discovered that this is how light comes. 900 times, not fail. In 900 times, I learned what not to do. He failed 900 times plus. But I said, in 900 times, I learned what not to do so that the bulb can still come. We learn in every situation, if you want to look from that angle. So there's no failure, there's only progress. We are too stuck on the time concept. And say, I've studied for it, I didn't get it. While we also know there are so many people, they wanted IAS admission, they pursue and they'll get it. The problem is we don't have patience to wait. We don't have passion to pursue. When you don't have these, but then you say, I fail you. If you have patience and passion, dear friend, then you, of course, you're going to be successful because that's the law. What you think, what you dream is got to create. You got to bring into your life. Question comes, why can't I wait? In the entire spiritual practice, patience is your progress. That's it. Patience is your progress. The fifth thing, that I'm almost complete here, is yoga and meditation is the law of rapid evolution. Constant evolution, it's happening. Now, the moment you get into, so before yoga and meditation, yoga means chitta vritti nirodha. I'm not talking about hatha yoga, body yoga. Yoga means Raj Yoga. The king of yogas is Raja, means king of yogas. Raj Yoga is meditation. Training of the mind, resting the mind, emptying. That's chitta vritti nirodha is Patanjali's definition. That's what. When we introduce meditation, then suddenly the illusionary things go away. We recognize, say, I'm much more than the body. The moment you recognize it, you recognize and say, I'm the director of the consciousness. I'm not just this simple actor alone. I'm that I know, but I'm also the director who is deciding what role to play, how much to play, and then whether I'm doing good or not, and so what to improve, not to improve. Everything the director decides. So I'm the director. So I'm the one to change. I'm the one to go forward. Why should I get stuck here? The director sees the actor the hero's roles can be further extended. He extends it. It's a director's job. He can easily extend it. Up to him or her. So we become the director. We extend our life differently. We change our life differently. Meditation immediately brings us that understanding that I'm unlimited. It understands that my thoughts bring experience. So suddenly it catalyzes our life. It helps us to look at our limiting belief, where we got stuck at, like that elephant ties itself. Even though it wants to go out, it thinks it is tied in its mind. So meditation helps us to remove limiting beliefs so that we start moving forward pretty quickly. It helps us to utilize our thoughts create reality, so we experience life greatly. So it's a rapid evolution. How many people here felt you start having a different life where things come into you automatically, thoughts become things into your life. You are experiencing life greatly. Please tell, is your life evolving rapidly? Please write in the chat if you feel so. Those of you practicing for a few months to years now, is your life in a rapid path? You could not imagine you're experiencing things that you're experiencing automatically today. Please say that. Could be the vacation, could be a company growth, it could be your way you talk to people, being on the stages or helping others to sort of identify themselves. Please say in the chat. Please open up the chat if it's closed. So that's meditation, dear friends. So a meditator, then what happens is that when you bring in meditation to our life, then we're no longer an ordinary life. We use the word, I'm miraculous. I'm living a miraculous. Oh, miracles happen to me all the time. Miracle is experiencing uncommon. It happens. Things that are not commonly experienced, and these things happen. Oh, I didn't expect this going to come to me. This is the word we use. Our life becomes miraculous. What do we want? When we experience uncommon, friends, then there is a newness. When uncommon means it's not expected, right? It's not common. So the moment you don't expect something, it comes to you, your experience is so much more in it. You know that. Because you're awed by it. You're not expecting, you're not predicting, isn't it? Uncommon means you're not predicting. When you don't predict, you have a beautiful experience. So that's yoga and meditation. Everybody is going to get here. Everyone in their life evolution, it's a nature of personal reality. At some point, they're going to get here. When you didn't know about this, then we are stuck in that role. We feel sad, we feel low, we feel this is all life is. An actor was stuck in this, mature roles because they did not understand that he's an actor. stuck in the macho role. No, I can't do it. It's going to spoil my image. You're stuck in that role. That's where they limit themselves in what they experience. Whereas some actors are true actors and say, I don't care. I just want to experience different things, and then go and then do it. And only to the end of the career, they realize, oh, why the hell I was just stuck in one stereotyping thing. I should have done many. Only to the end, we realize it, dear friends. But when we introduce meditation to our lives, we automatically realize the largeness of us. And so then we have rapid evolution. We experience differently. Miraculous life. This is a sequence happens. At some point, we all get into meditation. When people ask, it's an evolution process. That's how the whole evolution is. Personal reality is that way. Evolution is that way. We have to experience without meditation, so in an illusionary world for a long time. And then when the moment we come out of the illusionary world, then we experience differently. Another set of experiences. The last thing, the moment we understand that, dear friends, then principle of infinity kicks in. You recognize that life is unbounded. I can experience it any way I want it. Yet you know you are deeply connected to everything. So you are very, very responsibly, consciously creating. No explanation is needed. So you got an unlimited life. You never feel that I can't do this. You're only tuning into you and say, is it necessary? Am I passionate? Is it what I want to experience right now? That's the state we come to. It doesn't matter whether you are a billionaire or whether you are just doing a simple job somewhere, or a homemaker. Why not? My homemaker role is great. I'm a CEO of my life. I enable so many people at home. We are proud about what we do. We must feel proud about everything we do. So, dear friends, so this is what we become as we move into our lives, the personal reality. When meditation is introduced, before meditation, until the fourth law, while we meditate, we don't understand. Before meditation, there is death, there is nothingness, or the life is not that great, there is luck is there, problems are there, failures are there. It's all ordinary. How is your life? You say, it's going on, same thing is going on. If you use the word different, same thing is going on, you're not looking at miracles happening in your life. Please look at it. Rethink. If you're saying, life is going same thing, I'm doing the same thing, then you're not finding newness. You're not even fully understood, experienced it. Limited, I'm only a limited immovable self, no, I can't do much, tiny mortal self. This is the words we use. But post-meditation, post having the real experiences of it, then we recognize we are everything. There is eternity, there is life continuity. So what am I to worry about here? I only need to focus on what is that gives me deep happiness, my purpose. I'm creating. It's all for learning, because school, what is a school is for all the time learning, because learning breeds to new experience, right? Knowledge breeds to experience. Knowledge is precursor to experience. And experience is where we are looking to have. It's all about experiencing life differently to learn something. And so there's only progress. We never feel there's failures in life. It's all miraculous. It's unlimited. This is a new self that we are. A spiritual practice must move us into the states, dear friends. Doesn't matter what that practice is. Thank you very much for staying through and understanding this. Ratnavel, we'll do the thing tomorrow. Okay. The presentation of self-assessment findings. Purva, madam, any announcements further?
Yes, sir, we do have. Friends, we have sent self-assessment form 3 to the WhatsApp groups. So please do take a 5 to 10 minutes and fill the form. It will be a good idea to do a self-check and track your progress in this 40 days journey. And also, we'll be sharing the Buddha CEO community WhatsApp group link. So please do join in those groups to stay connected with this organization and to get updates on the future programs. The existing WhatsApp groups will be dissolved after a month or so to receive further communication and updates of the future program, please do join this group. And also we'll be sharing the volunteer form link. So if anyone is interested in doing service or do volunteer work for Buddha CU, please do register yourself and the team will reach out to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Apura madam. Namitaji, say a few words to conclude this session.
Yes, sir. Of course, every time we hear you, we always learn something, and definitely it's always a change of perception. So always thinking about the negative aspect, not the positive aspect, like the glass is half empty or half full, and that change has certainly happened. Of course, it's a constant, ongoing learning process, but especially I would like to say, sir, service has done wonderful in my life. I feel so satisfied, so happy that it is difficult to express myself. It is beyond expression. And I feel whatever time I have is getting utilized in the best possible manner. Uh, Whatever I do apart from this is not going to give me that happiness as I do this. And certainly, I never felt that I was not blessed, but certainly I'm able to enjoy more in life and taking each day as it comes. Certainly, there is a positive, more positive approach, and I always tell people, whosoever connect with me with meditation, certainly our lives become better, smoother, and happier.
Awesome. You use so many certainties because you are so certain about it, that it is happening. We're certain when things happen to us. Nobody can disturb it. That's what certainty means. It cannot be disturbed. It cannot be taken away. Thank you, Namita madam, for doing this wonderful service.
Sir, I am also learning with every experience the members do share with me. I can't tell how much I learned out of these sharings.
Yes. Madam, we have a lot of leads to take care in Delhi after the conference. So next few days, we need to reach out, and then probably most of the wanted sessions, we need to go and then do those sessions there. Okay? We need you to lead all of that effort, madam, there. Okay?
Sir, sure.
Yes.
Sir.
You and with the PMC Hindi team, we must do a lot of work there. Yes, Nagendra Prasad. Nagendra.
Yes, sir. So this 40 days program is amazing, and I started, waking up at morning 5:30 every day. This is the change in myself. Like I never used to do it regularly, consistently. Waking up in the morning and attending the program. A lot of personal changes and a lot of the growth in terms of my office work and the managing the time and managing the energy sufficiently. And from last 2 days, again, I wanted to relate it to in office. We were discussing a lot of things about how the meditation is actually helping me. I'm actually speaking to a couple of colleagues, and they are also showing interest in the way how I changed, and they can see in myself. And then I used to always get tensed, and then I used to be always in the stressed mode. And I visit couple of customer place every day, and then come back to office, and then people used to see why are you so tensed, and then what happened. And then now slowly after I started doing meditation, and then in a year time, people are recognizing that I'm so calm, and then answering only whenever required. I'll speak, and exactly the point what I'm supposed to speak, I'll just put that point, and then it is I'm actually able to manage the work that way, and a lot of help is actually coming to me in terms of work. Earlier, I used to think that I'm the only one to do this work. Nobody's helping me. Like, though there are people to help, but taking the responsibility and taking the ownership. Now, within 6 to 7 months, we got a new team members joined my project, and then a lot of support I'm getting from them. And then whenever I get into a call, spontaneously, suddenly I join the call. If there are some questions, they're coming and saying, "Okay, again, I'll take this question. I'm expert on this topic, and you can take care of the next question." So this is the change which is happening, and I'm able to manage the time sufficiently, and then doing all my work, like taking my hobbies like flute and vocal class, and also doing service with the CEO. I want to thank you, and then thank all the CEO team members and Vani Madam for all the encouragement and all the support so far, and want to continue this journey. I'm so happy, sir. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Life is in full swing. What do you say?
Yes, sir.
I don't know how you take time to do your flute and the service and travel and Kannada classes and everything, technology. Thank you,
It's
Raghav.
happening, sir. It's happening, sir. That energy is there now.
Yes, that's what meditation does. Opens up all our faculties. That's what coherency means. Every faculty of the brain is utilized in an appropriate way. Yes, Geeta ji.
Namaste everyone. Namaste Chandra sir. It has been a great journey, and as you said, it's very miraculous. I'm learning every day, class after class, session after session. I'm learning. As if I have joined this 40 days program, as if I am joining for the first time, and I am noting down everything and talking all these things to my mom each and every day, and it's like learning a new path, learning a new journey, and I'm getting more clarity to my on myself, and I know I can do better than this. Yes, I'll do it. And some classes are going on here. We have a small group of people. Satsang is also going there. I'm so happy, sir. Thank you so much.
Madam, we have to expand your group to the entire Kerala. Okay. It'll happen though. That's bound to happen. Yes, Apurva?
Sir, thank you so much, sir, for giving us this opportunity. Every day is learning, sir. Learning and being aware and being in the present moment.
What is your group? What is your group?
Sir, I'm not in the WhatsApp. So this time I'm not a facilitator.
Oh, you're not a facilitator this time. Okay, go ahead. Host. You mean host.
Yes, sir.
And
learning constantly and growing in every area. So last year I started doing my master's. My father always wanted to do a longer, higher studies. I did my bachelor's long ago. I never thought, okay, I have kids and everything, so I can't read. But after coming to meditation, I thought, yes, I can do and pursue it. So I'm currently doing it, and hopefully in few months I will complete it. So I'm learning in the sessions and learning outside the sessions. So yeah, and my capacity and memory is increasing day by day and being more focused in my work in everywhere. So thank you so much.
This is the most beautiful part. Going back to school again. Real school also. Not, of course, meditation is a school, but you going and doing a postgrad program, all that is so cool. When you are a facilitator, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your groups?
Samadhi 1, 2, 3.
Samadhi. So why are you still here? Guess, please say some things.
First of all, thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity as a for the given opportunity as a facilitator and 1 week for host. So every 40 days, like I'm growing and I'm learning a lot, and also every day I'm learning. So my talk always like whenever people are out in the work area or outside, meditation is the main topic. So today also, one of my architect, we were working on one issue, and I asked her to, okay, yeah, we'll have a call. We first joined the call, then I asked her, like, she asked me, how are you? I said, like, I'm super great and good. And immediately I said, like, so I'm going to send you the flyer for our leaders conference in St. Louis. Then she said, yeah, of course. So like that. And yeah, that's how it's going, sir. Always meditation, and whenever the possibility is there, I'm just opening up, talking about meditation.
Awesome. That's
And
great.
yesterday, yes, sir. Yesterday, one
Who
thing.
are the other facilitators? Were there some facilitators today? Are there anybody else who are facilitating groups here for this program?
Sir, I think Nagapratik, sir.
Nagapal is not here, no? Okay.
Sonalji has taken care from.
Sonalji is taking care. Yes, Sonalji. Yes.
Such a fantastic 40 days, sir. Since last 2 days, I was thinking, oh my God, it's only 2 days. Now the real stuff is starting and we are almost going to end. But the good part is we are meeting in-person retreats. So that's what now, it's kind of continuation. But as far as change, this is the third time, but I feel it's everything I'm hearing for the first time. So I was going back to my notes, did I not remember? Did I not contemplate enough? How come everything is like, wow, this is great. Wow, this is amazing. So just for the others, that every time it's a different, it's so much more. So thank you for that. For truly, I feel there's a quantum shift in my inner world. I have got my child back in me, who's thriving to do so much. And I never even realized that it had lost somewhere. I was just leading my life to the best, of course, but still, I see that difference. At the end of the day, I've been up since 5 a.m. I've had one of the most hectic day. But coming to this program, it was just so much joy. So thank you for that. And I think things just become so miraculous, and coming today, I had an intention that it would be so awesome to do this six weeks program in person where we could just go and meditate for longer hours, like in an ashram. And I realized that I'm sure it'll happen because it was such an intense feeling I had that 6 weeks in a group like this, if we could just be somewhere where you're from morning till evening, you're meditating, I think it would be just so amazing. So thank you for even letting me have these thoughts and bringing me to this, from where I started. So thank you.
Okay.
Just
So you seeded possibilities now. So we'll declare this. Let me also tune into it and see which area is there. But yes, we will do it. 40 days in an ashram.
yes.
Okay, let's do that. Teacherji. By the way, you said a very important word. It brought the child again. The child is out. That's what we become. The child is not the spontaneous, the curious, the non-minding person who is always wanting to connect with others. That's the child out. Does not ever think something is not possible. Only possibilities exist for a child. Yes, Richaji.
Hello, sir, everyone. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it has been again a new learned a lot in this 40-day. I and have seen changes that I'm able to juggle easily between different tasks. And I see that my patience level has increased more. Expectations dropped completely. I am able to
Expectation dropped completely in a good way.
yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, and the wonderful learning still I want to I mean there is no dearth to learning, so I want to continue further.
Thank you. That's great. There's no dearth of learning if we need to be learning oriented. Then everything comes automatically. So thank you all folks doing a tremendous job here, all these facilitators for us in this program. Of course, many people have contributed to it, so we'll acknowledge all of them tomorrow. But facilitators are giving on a daily basis at least, apart from attending this program, another hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, some of them, in talking to people. The one is what they do on screen, another is what they do off screen. Many reach out in one-on-ones, talk to them. And so they're giving their time. Many and almost they're all, of course, they're senior, that are doing their own jobs, daytime jobs. To me, homemaker, if somebody is there is the biggest job they have, 24/7 busy. And then there are many here who are doing full-time jobs. When you're raising children is a full-time job, and you're doing that. Plus, then you're doing a job, and then doing a service. And daily basis, giving the time. So remarkable compassion they have in wanting to see that and we all become better. So thank you truly to all of you. Okay, so then we will meet, dear tomorrow friends, tomorrow again. Thank you, Ratnavel. I know you worked late night to get a presentation. I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, and the self-assessments. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.
Gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
Bye. Thank you.
I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around.